Welcome to another AMA with Kadena Project Network. In this episode, we'll be speaking with the team from Kadena ArtWork. This conversation was recorded on November 24th, 2022, live on Twitter Spaces. The views and expressions in this AMA do not represent the views of KPN directly and are not to be considered as financial advice. Please make sure to do your own research on the projects presented. Also, make sure to follow our account to be alerted of new uploads. Now let's get started. Enjoy. Welcome everybody to another AMA with Kadena Project Network. Today we are talking with Kadena ArtWork, a very cool NFT project that is building on Kadena. So why don't we get into first a little introduction about yourself. I like to learn how people got into crypto in general, and then just a brief little description of what Kadena ArtWork is. So take it away.
All right, great. Thank you very much for having me. Right, so brief introduction to myself. My name is Rainford Lennon, popularly known as RL. I'm from the Caribbean, Jamaica to be exact. My background is in information technology, but I've been working professionally as a physical logistics manager. I've been in logistics for more than 10 years now. Right, so that's where my background is. I started in crypto in January of this year, so I'm basically new to cryptocurrency. I love NFTs, right? To give you a brief breakdown of what Kadena Artwork is, it's basically a platform where you'll be getting various NFTs. However, what we're trying to do is to have use cases linking to each other. We're starting with travel, um, and this will be a travel agency, right? So this is basically a business that I'm creating, and this will be a new business, but I would like to incorporate NFTs in it as well. We'll be creating 5,000 NFTs, and this will only be 5,000 and no more will be created. That will be integrated directly into the travel system. However, these NFTs will be linked to other utilities that will be coming further down the road or further in the years to come, because um, I'm bringing culture, the Caribbean culture, to the Kadena network as well, and then it will spread worldwide. But I'm starting locally first. Jamaica has a great culture that I know a lot of travelers are interested in, and this is something that I looked on and I said that I would like to just bring it to the Kadena network, which is a basically a young ecosystem, and we're building together.
Now, was there something in particular that brought you to Kadena as opposed to any of the other blockchains that offer NFTs and quite honestly probably have a lot larger communities and stuff? Was there something special exactly about Kadena that you found that made you say, this is the network I want to build on?
Yes, basically the consensus that it is proof of work, and it has the scalability. I think Kadena will be the future blockchain, layer one blockchain that will be widely adopted by businesses. So that's one of the main reasons why I choose Kadena as well as the founders as well. It's a great team, and I think that they will be able to bring Kadena to where we know it is at. Um, I listened to Ryan Matter, and that's where I first heard about Kadena, right? However, when I got to learn more about Kadena, I knew that this is the blockchain if I'm going to build a project that I would use. I even heard and researched that this ecosystem is what brought together the recent COVID. Um, we're able to track the COVID numbers. It was the Kadena blockchain that actually initiated that creation, so it was able to be tracked.
So looking at the artwork that you've put out so far, just basically through your Discord and through your Twitter, I'm noticing kind of the Tiki kind of character as a theme. Now, I assume that's because of your Caribbean background. Can you give us a little bit about what the artwork is going to be for these NFTs?
Yes, so it is, you're correct. It is because of the culture and my background, and it is something that can be widely adapted to what I'm looking to bring as utilities as well, because we have craft markets as well. It's an opportunity for local persons to creative art and person actually get something that is tangible as well. So that is basically just a little giveaway there of something that was never mentioned before. Um, but the whole character and the background is a Caribbean style type of type of thing.
Awesome. I love I've spent a little bit of time in the Caribbean, mostly just for vacationing. Being up here in Canada, when the wind and the snow falls, we like to push ourselves down south. And I've spent a winter in the Caribbean before, and it's absolutely beautiful, and the culture is absolutely amazing. And you can definitely see it coming through in the art that you're producing with these NFTs. Now, when it comes to a timeline, I notice you guys are pretty much just getting started. You're a brand new kind of project on the field. You're also just getting into crypto yourself. Whereabouts are you in your planning, and do you have what's the kind of roadmap for the future?
Okay. Um, yes, so in terms of planning, Kadena ArtWork is not one of the projects that will build out quickly. I'm looking at a 5-year building plan um, in terms of getting everything on board, the back end part of the website, because we'll be on chain and we are building an online booking platform that will integrate with the NFT. Right. So in terms of our roadmap, we are currently where we finish our artwork now, and we're looking to mint it on the 26th. In terms of our website, we're building basically two websites. The first one will be like a landing page, and then we're looking to incorporate the booking platform right afterwards. In terms of the landing page, we're about 95% finished, so I'll be able to share some sneak peek of our landing page between tomorrow and the weekend.
Awesome, awesome. I know people will be looking forward to see that. People love seeing sneak peeks of things before they get their hands on them. So very interesting to see where you're going with that. Now, you are mentioning this travel platform. Can you give us some more information about how the NFTs will link with the travel platform? Will they be kind of like your ticket to access the platform, and if people don't have one of your NFTs, they won't be able to use your booking platform? Is that kind of the general idea moving forward?
No, um, so it will be a regular booking platform. However, with the NFT, you'll have access to further perks in terms of discounts, giveaways, and um, other utilities that we will come up with as a team. So for now, we have, in terms of what is already planned, there are 10 one-of-ones in the collection, and each of those 10 one-of-ones will automatically win a 3 days, 2 nights vacation to a 5-star hotel. Initially, we had planned for the Caribbean, but if the hotel is within your country, we'll be able to book that for you at your convenient time. So the one of one's value is between $500 to $1,000 off the bat if you end up to mint one of those one of ones, based on the current prices for the all-inclusive hotels now. Right, so it will be like it's a normal business, but what I wanted to do what I want to do is to bring the crypto market to the the actual travel. So I'm just incorporating crypto into the travel aspect of the business as well. So it's really a real business, but the NFT will give users access to additional perks that will come along with the business. So, for example, if you have an NFT now, further down 2 years, 3 years from now, um, only persons with that NFT will have access to certain perks. We're looking at airdrops, loyalty rewards, that will be within those perks as well.
So it's kind of like a like for example, some airlines offer like a VIP card that you can buy that gives you access to like, their lounges and things like that in airports. It's going to be kind of that kind of idea of like a VIP card for your booking service, but regular people who don't buy the NFTs or aren't even in crypto, this service is going to be also available to everyone. Is that kind of the understanding?
Yes, that's it. So the difference will be the it's like, so the NFT holder will be getting you'd say a private cost, um, to maybe book a airline ticket or book a property for the weekend. And non-NFT holder will get the regular cost. So you're basically saving as you book. What we're looking as well, if you book, we're looking at to give a reward for each booking as well. So we are looking at also, this is something similar to traveler.com. I'm not sure if you have ever heard of it. And that's something that we're looking to build, something similar to it.
Awesome. So it's going to be like a travel agitator that pulls the best prices kind of from all the different sites and everything and compiles them together for people who like want to plan out their vacation. And then if those people also hold one of your NFTs, they're going to get discounts on top and possibly other perks. So that sounds like a really cool idea. And one of the things that I've always said that NFTs would be a good use for is things like customer rewards cards and things like that. For example, like, if you go to a Starbucks or one of those type of places, sometimes they offer kind of cards where, you buy 10 coffees or you earn points. Like McDonald's, I think now has a points card that every time you shop at McDonald's, you earn points and then you can redeem points for free stuff. Is there going to be anything kind of like that, and maybe linked to some kind of token? Is that going to be any kind of ideas for the future as well?
Yes, that's an idea for the future in terms of we're looking at um two scenarios. We're looking at using KDA as the governance token, or the token for the booking for rewards. However, we're looking at creating a DAO as well, for NFT holders to have a say in where we go in terms of the perks that the NFT holders actually get, in terms of where we're gonna book, if we do a giveaway or a week off for the family, which Caribbean island or which island in the world, or where in the world that would like to go. So it's gonna be a very interactive website we're looking at, and we're looking to building the community in having a say where the project go in terms of the perks and what the NFT holders actually get. So it will not be a regular book. I will not be having access to those type of.
Awesome. That sounds really cool. So more about the NFTs. I assume that like you're wanting to build this website and booking thing, which is going to be a rather extensive project, I would think, because you'd have to reach out and first build your back end to pull all the information. And then are you also going to be working, for example, since you're located in the Caribbean and around those islands, are you working directly with any of the like resorts or any kind of those things to maybe offer better deals for people? Is that also something that you're working on?
Yes, so that's the reason why we are starting with the Caribbean, because we are in dialogue directly with the properties to get them to it's not apply, but to get them to be on our platform directly instead of scouring the internet for the cheaper prices. So that was the initial thought. But when based on our partners, they have guided us in terms of getting to the property, speak to the property owners, let them know that what we're doing and see if they're interested in actually building with us. So that is something that we're in negotiations with some of the properties. And I know that we'll be able to be successful with getting properties to be listed on the website. For the back-end aspect of it, we are working with a partner which I can't speak of much now because we are just in some verbal agreement in terms of actually working on the back-end aspect of the booking platform. So that's the reason why I said this project is a 5-year plan, really, in terms of having everything operational.
Now, just curiosity mostly for myself. If you're looking at a 5-year program process, may I ask why you'd be starting the mint like so soon? Would it not be better to maybe hold off on the mint until, everything is all set up? Or are you looking to use the funds from the mint? Is that what you're using to develop the back end and develop the booking service?
Not entirely. Um, so one of the reasons why we're minting now is based on actually assisting in developing the community in terms of starting to give some form of perks. As I said, the one-off ones are there. So I wanted to start, hopefully, booking the one-off-one travel with my own website or the platform that we're building. However, if it is not ready within that time frame, um, we will book it with another website. In terms of the 5-year plan, the 5-year plan is not directly getting everything like the backend working. Um, Based on discussions with our partners, the backend will take around 6 months to build, right? But in terms of getting everything up together, having all the properties that we would like to list on the website, that is the 5-year plan that I'm talking about. However, starting within the Caribbean, I'm looking at maybe a year to a year and a half to have the Caribbean, all the Caribbean properties listed. But in terms of the website and the backend aspect, I'm looking within a year to have that aspect of the platform completely built.
That sounds awesome. Now, when it comes to the mint themselves, have you guys figured out pricing for the NFTs? And also along those lines, do you have a whitelist procedure? And if so, how do people get onto it? And what kind of perks do whitelisters get if you have a whitelist?
Okay, so in terms of whitelist, we closed off our whitelist a couple days ago. We also have free mints. I think we have around 7 to 10. However, we will still have users will still have the opportunity to be whitelisted because initially we have 200 whitelist spots. I think we were only able to give away 76 so far, and we have 10 free mint spots as well. So we have another three to give away. However, I had to close it off because of the minting process. I did not want to miss anyone winning any whitelist spots and not have them get the opportunity to do the mint. So we will reopen a whitelist opportunity for persons um, throughout maybe next week after the mint starts.
So what perks though do the people who are whitelisted get? Do they get like a discounted price on the mint? Because if you're going to be whitelisting people after the mint has already started, then I'd assume that that would be kind of the idea that the people who earn the whitelist get either a discount or something like that. What exactly are those perks?
Okay, so the whitelist gets a discount. So the whitelist mint price is 15 KDA and the public price is 35 KDA.
Wow, so like over a 50% savings. That's really good. So, and now for people who want to get the whitelist, if you're going to be opening it back up, how are you doing this? Are you doing this through giveaways on Twitter, in your Discord? You know, what are the steps that people might need to take once this opportunity is open back up to them?
It will be a mixture of Discord and also Twitter. That will be because this will continue to assist in building the community as well, and getting person to be more interactive. I would like for persons within the community to be more interactive as well as spread the word of this project. So it will be both Twitter as and also in Discord.
Awesome. Now, when it comes to the mint itself, how reliant are you guys on having to mint out? Like some projects, you know, assume that they're going to mint out, you know, within like a week or so, or you know, something like that. But we're seeing right now a lot of projects having a hard time getting even like maybe 50% through their mint. So what, like, let's say, you know, you open up your mint, all your whitelist people, of course, they're most likely gonna mint because that's an amazing deal for them. But if things become stagnant, do you have a backup plan to deal with that, or some kind of maybe marketing plan like halfway through the mint to kind of throw more flames onto the fire?
All right. So in terms of the mint, based on the size of the project, 5,000 NFTs. I'm not looking to mint out these 5,000 NFTs now. Um, I'm looking for progressive growth. The more persons hear about the project, they will be interested to mint. And the more we educate the ecosystem of what we're trying to do, I'm expecting to get further growth in terms of persons wanting to own the NFT at an early stage. However, yes, we do have plans, and we're not totally reliant on the mint, as I stated before. Um, I wouldn't mind somebody with our mint, rather, one of one, so at least we have some form of proof, and they can share their picture of when they're actually on their vacation or when they decide to do take that vacation to for them, for the community to see what we're doing and understand what we're trying to achieve.
Awesome, awesome. And I've been seeing that you've been slowly picking up with people with followers. Your account, your Twitter is getting more followers every day. Discord's been growing. So you guys are definitely on the right path to building a community, which is one of the things that are very important when it comes to building a project, especially an NFT project, is building a community around that project to have people that are there to both, you know, invest in your project, invest their time and their money into your project, but also help spread the word and get more people into it. So hopefully, you know, doing these AMAs and things like that will be a big push to get more people involved, because, you know, once they hear what, you know, what you're all about and what you're trying to bring, I'm sure more people will be definitely interested and want to get involved and help push that process forward and get the word out there. So hopefully, like I said, this this kind of AMA, doing more things like that will definitely help. Opening up more whitelist opportunities for people will definitely bring more people in. So it's going to be very exciting to see, even after you start your mint, you know, where things go. So let's say in the future, you're up and running, you got your back end going, you got your booking site working, you've got locations for people to book and all set up, and all of a sudden you get a big hit off because people realize, oh, if I mint this NFT for, you know, whatever KDA, that I can get big discounts, and it's worth it for them if they're, especially if they're taking multiple vacations or multiple trips, for them to mint these things. And you then mint out all 5,000. Is there plans for other collections in the future if need be?
Yes, there are plans for other collections, and this is something that is not fully planned out as yet, but it will be tied to other perks. For example, what I mentioned earlier, the as you can see, the Tiki looks like some of the cultural things that you would see in the Caribbean as tangible items. In terms of Jamaica and the Caribbean, even in Mexico as well, you have merch, you have clothes, you have bags, and these bags are locally made. They are made of different type of materials. So there are other things that will be linked to it. But the if it's gonna be NFTs, it's not gonna be as large as 5,000. So it will be much smaller, right? However, the the Tiki NFT is the main NFT that will give access to other perks.
Awesome. I've been loving the Tiki arts that I've seen so far from you guys. Just even going through your Twitter, you can see a lot of the different versions that you've come up with, including like just right on your banner even. As far as the art goes for those, you mentioned that there's going to be some one of ones, and then there's going to be 5,000 of them. But like, can you give us a little bit more idea on what the traits are going to be, and if any of those traits, like for example, some other projects like to incorporate traits from other Kadena projects into their artwork? Is there going to be any of that kind of thing involved with your Tiki guys?
Um, you're saying if the traits that from my Tiki, if I would be able to allow other projects to use it? That's what you're asking? Or you're asking if I would use other projects as part of my project for one of ones?
Yeah, kind of more like, for example, Katie Crocs have like on some of their NFTs, one of the traits that they had was a little kitty cat in the like corner of the NFT, or like some of the like you're seeing the blocks NFTs from Core that are coming out now that they have integrated some of the logos of other NFT projects built on Kadena into their actual artwork. So I was just wondering more like if you guys had any plans on doing something like that.
Okay, understood. All right, so unfortunately, we have completed the entire collection. However, I'm really open to give access to anyone who would like to use our NFT as part of their trades. But because we have already completed the design, it wouldn't be possible for us to use it in this current batch. If we're going to mint any NFTs afterwards or create a new collection, then that is definitely something that I'm open to.
Awesome. That's just an idea to keep in the background because a lot of people like seeing those kind of things. Now, as far as your collection itself, is there going to be any kind of special traits that people can look for? Like, because like there's definitely those people in the NFT space that are trait collectors that once they find a certain trait that they really like, for example, like a certain shirt or a certain necklace or a certain whatever, they want to collect all of the NFTs in the collection that have that specific trait. Do you have any really cool traits that you feel are going to stand out? Not necessarily the one of one traits, but maybe just a really cool trait that you might see on just random NFTs?
Well, for me personally, there are around for there's a trait with the as you can see, there are two different genders. There are male and female. And the trait that I love between both genders is the marijuana. So that trait for me is the most interesting. Um, the marijuana in the mouth. You can see the smoke coming from the marijuana as well. So you have other leaves. You have different colors. You have the bone and arrow. Um, so there are over 30 traits within the collection itself. Because initially when we were doing this collection, it wasn't much about the art, but to have the different traits for the functionality for the platform. However, the artist did a phenomenal job in creating the art. I realized that persons are gravitating to the art. Um, so in terms of the traits, it's not a lot of traits, but based on the artwork itself, and the different backgrounds, it make it seems like there is a lot more than 35 traits in it. But for me, the one with the marijuana is my favorite.
Now, just going through some of your sneak peeks that you've had, I noticed one of them is an animated GIF. Now, are any of these NFTs that people are going to be able to mint, are they going to be animated at all, or was that just kind of a promotional thing?
That's a very good question. So our collection is a animated collection, right? However, it's a possibility. We're still working with Minted um to figure out if this is gonna be possible for the Mint. Um, Unfortunately, it might not be. However, I know that they're working towards it. So what we did was we just created a PNG collection that matches the same animated collection. And what we're planning to do is do a airdrop for the persons who mint, airdrop the GIF format of their NFTs, because I've been promoting the GIF for the NFT collection, and that is what we have created initially. But if we're not able to mint with our partners with that format, we're gonna do the airdrop for those persons who mint.
Cool. So basically, if you can't figure out a way to straight up go with the GIF collection, then people are going to basically get 2 for 1 when they mint. So that sounds like a really cool deal. Definitely, the GIF ones are way more interactive and way cool. Although the PNG ones are really neat by themselves, but the GIF ones obviously just have more life to them, right? Like you got the eye movements and the head moving back and the leaves that move and everything. So hopefully Minta can figure out a way to get that on board. And if not, like you said, if you're going to go with the PNG kind of thing, now the GIFs themselves, since they're I'm not sure what the difference between like why it wouldn't be so much of a difference between an animated one and a still picture. I'm sure that the devs at Mint It would probably know more behind it, but to be able to airdrop them to wallets, I guess once people mint them, you'll know who has what traits and everything, and so I guess kind of where I'm looping around to is that the collection itself is already set in stone kind of thing. It's not going to be a random generated artwork at the time of mint. It's going to be a preset collection that people then will just mint a random one out of the presets. Is that correct?
It will be random. However, it is the same trait for both NFT in terms of the GIF and the PNG. So we'll be able to see who or which wallet mints which one, and then we will airdrop the same one to that wallet.
Awesome, awesome. But so when it comes to once you open up your backend platform and people are using their NFTs for access to it, will it be the GIF one or the PNG one or either or? As long as you hold one of the two, you'll have access to it.
Yes, so the dev is they are working on sorry, on linking both together. Um, so it will be either or. So either the only setback that we're looking at and trying to ensure that we are able to figure out is when the marketplace is open, right? So that is something that we have to figure out when the marketplace is open and somebody decides to sell, how we manage that aspect of it. But other from that, it's either or. You can use either or to interact. It's the same trade.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my leading question after that was if people are going to be minting just a plain PNG version of this and getting the GIF one airdrop to them at a later date, then I could see people just wanting to turn around and sell one of the two on the secondary market. So just I guess you kind of already answered that question there on the fact that that's something you guys are already considering in the future. So let's say, for example, if Mintit is able to get the GIF marketplace or get the GIF minting available and everything like that, if they're not going to be available, have you put any thought now? Have you like locked in the 26th for sure is going to be your mint, or would if Mintit said, "Hey, we need another week and then we can do the GIF drop," would you consider just postponing it, or are you guys locked in to go on the 26th?
No, so if the feedback from the dev from Mintit as I stated that if to give him another week and um they are sure that it will be able to be compatible, then we will wait until they are able to do it, because to get away from the complexity of having those two tied together, I would wait. So this is something that we discussed already. If it means that we push back for a week or two, then we will wait until we're able to get it right.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea. Like I'm a firm believer right now that it's not really the best market to be opening up an NFT mint in right now. A lot of people are holding on to their KDA and waiting for, the market to change. And a lot of people have also just kind of been scared about crypto in general and not really wanting to go out there and put their life and money on the line like that. But when you're providing something that provides actual liquidity or actual utility and use cases for the future, there is definitely a push that people, as opposed to just buying a piece of art that's just going to sit in your wallet and you can look at least it's going to be something that is tangible and use case for the future. So very exciting to see that you've thought outside of the box and are developing something that's different from the usual use cases we see. I don't think I've seen an NFT used in a way for like a travel booking or something like that. But what I am very exciting is that you are using a use case for NFTs that I've been saying for a long time is definitely something that NFTs should be used for, and definitely is building another great example of what people can do with blockchain and what people can do with NFTs in themselves. So very cool to learn that you guys aren't just Tiki art, that you have a real cool plan to go forward. Hopefully in the future, we don't have any more crazy lockdowns that may prevent you from deter you from this path. I don't know what the restrictions are right now in your area for all that kind of stuff. I know up here in Canada we still have some restrictions in place, but hopefully they'll start to get lifted too. But just out of curiosity, since you're down there, what has been the market down there for tourism? Is it starting to recover from COVID? Are you starting to see the flow of people coming back to the islands? Because I know that that's a huge chunk of what the Caribbean brings in, and a lot of people really depend on tourism down there. So what's it like down there, just out of curiosity? Is it starting to build back up, and that's kind of what is driving you to want to do this?
Yes, yes, we have gained this year in terms it which is expected, um a larger amount of visitors. I think we have we recorded the highest number of visitors, I think, within the last 5 years to Jamaica itself. Right. So as the place opens up, persons are along to for a vacation, and we can see that evident within the number of persons that are coming in right now. So it is it is gradually opening for the locals, but it is completely open for visitors currently. So we have no restrictions in terms of visitors coming into the island or the islands right now.
Awesome, and it's definitely the time of season to be down there before hurricane season kicks in or anything like that. Although the Caribbean side, it usually doesn't get hit as bad as the other side of things. So hopefully that doesn't. Hopefully this year, with the weather being crazy all around the world, hopefully it doesn't get too crazy down there, and you guys have a really good season down there. And like you said, it's record breaking for the past 5 years, but as opposed to, you got to pretty much don't even count the last 2, maybe 3 years, pretty much, because the world was just in this whole lockdown state. But moving forward, hopefully, you guys will see lots of tourism down there, and this will open up a whole new line for tourism, which also you guys are trying to build on, and hopefully you can work NFTs into that ecosphere of tourism, because it's just another case of hand in hand technology moving into a sector that could really use security and also bring new life into it and bring new use cases. So definitely very cool to learn about your guys' project. It's definitely something I think people should definitely keep an eye on too. It's definitely a long-term project that you have in mind. So that's good to hear that you're in it for the long haul, that you want to make something that's very unique and very cool, as far as I know, to offer something to people that haven't seen before. And I can't wait to see, like, I really want to see more of what these NFTs are going to look like, just from what I've seen from the few pictures you've put out and everything. But once you see the whole collection and everything actually live and on the chain that people can go look at, I'm sure it's going to be very exciting. And hopefully once you get those whitelist people and the first few people to mint, people will start sharing them. People will be like, oh, those are really cool. Where do I get one? And then next thing you know, things will just snowball from there. And hopefully, like I said, you guys have a really good solid mint, and then be able to build some really cool utilities.
Yes, thank you. Um, I would like to really thank my artist. Her name is Devi. She as I stated, she has done a phenomenal a phenomenal job. Right. Unfortunately, she was not able to join us today because she's from Indonesia and it's very late. It's very late for her now. But thank you for the comments. We're looking forward to having a seamless mint. I know some of the times we might have hurdles as well in terms of timing, if we have to push back or if something is not right when the minting starts. So that is something that I know can be a hurdle as well. Especially we'll be the first on Minted to actually attempt on minting a GIF file or a GIF file format.
Well, I hope they're able to get that set up so that you don't have to jump through all the hoops of doing a secondary airdrop afterwards, because it just kind of seems like, if it's a matter of just waiting another couple weeks for them to figure out how to properly integrate it into their platform, it may be worth the waiting, just to not have to deal with the headache of the extra steps down the road, and just get the people the proper gifts into their hands right away. So very cool, very interesting project. If anyone listening has any questions that they feel like they would like to ask, anything that we haven't covered, or any questions that you may have, feel free to send in a request to speak. We would love to hear some more questions. But I'm absolutely blown away. I think it sounds like you definitely have a very good idea on where you want to go. And sounds like your artist is definitely bang on and is doing an amazing job with the artwork. Especially like animating things, like animating pictures is not an easy task. I know I've dabbled my hand in the art, and just getting things to properly move and look the way you want them to do is no easy task. So very cool that I guess you lucked out, definitely finding a really cool artist. So congratulations on that. I'm looking forward to see hopefully some sneak peeks of the website, and hopefully, like I said, Mintic can figure things out. You can get going soon. And I feel like, once your Mint is live and you start spreading more word out, opening the whitelist up, I'm pretty sure your community will probably grow exponentially and really quick. I know there's lots of people in the community that are very good to get behind good, solid projects. So I'm sure you'll have no problem finding some people to help you spread the word as well. And we're always here if you need any help spreading the word. Always feel free to reach out to us any way that we can help. We're always willing to try to do whatever we can to help support fellow Kadena projects.
Yes, thanks for having me. You're doing a phenomenal job in getting the projects to come together, and persons within the ecosystem, hearing from them what they have to bring. Um, you have a great platform in getting that out. So I want to shout out to all of the projects that I'm seeing here listening as well. I know it's very difficult at this time with all what's happening. So we're currently building, and we're not going to stop until we actually complete what we are set out to do. So thanks for having us.
Of course, it was our pleasure to have you guys up here. So make sure you guys go click on the Kadena ArtWork Twitter page, go to their links, join their Discord, join all their channels, get involved, and hopefully soon you'll be able to have these really cool little Tiki gifts in your wallets. I know I'm looking forward to see what they're going to look like and see people's reaction. So thank you very much, Kadena ArtWork, and everyone for joining us today. It's been an absolutely amazing talk. And like I said, don't be a stranger. If you guys need any help, feel free to reach out to us. And maybe like in the coming month or two, once you guys have started your mint and things are rolling, we can catch up again and possibly hold another space with you.
Sure, we'll do.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for coming to listen. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful evening. And like I said, make sure to follow Kadena ArtWork, follow them, join their Discord, join all their stuffs, and get involved. So thank you very much, everyone, for listening, and have a great day.
That wraps up another amazing AMA. Thank you for listening. Here at KPN, we strive to bring an open platform for projects being built on Kadena to present themselves to the community. Please ensure to do your own research on each project before investing. Also ensure to follow us on all our social media, from Twitter to subscribing to our weekly newsletter, to ensure to keep up to date on everything KDA related. You can find all the links in the description below. Take care.